Morning to you, Mr. Michael. Currently in Africa, a single man have stand up to be the eyes of Africa. We're talking about the president of Burkina Faso, Treore.
Treore, let me tell you, a lot of people do not know that such a powerful figure, the face of New Africa, will emerge from a country like Burkina Faso. Most of these countries are regarded by the Western powers or by the Western media as, poorest nations in the world, poorest country in the world. Without knowing that they are the people that made those countries to be poor. Thank God for the revelation of the likes of Treore that took up the Sahel Revolution. It was the Sahel Revolution and the championing of repositioning of leadership in Burkina Faso that unveiled the integrity of that young man that is less than 40 years old, doing exceedingly well for the Burkinabés. But the fact is, at this point, that there is massive campaign in Africa, there's massive solidarity for him, Ibrahim Treore, all over Africa, in the Caribbean, South America, Argentina, name them, all over the world. There was this push from the French colonial masters to make sure that he is eliminated. They have tried to eliminate him 14 times, but unfortunately for them, those who he is working for believed in him. He's also fighting jihadist movement in Burkina Faso, sponsored, powered by the enemies of Africa. Why are we not seeing this kind of jihadist activities in France? Why are we not seeing it in other countries of the world? Why is it that it's only Africa that the jihadists are killing, disaliving people without anybody, without being checkmated, without being halted for the past 10, 20, 30, 40 years now? So a time came, a man emerged from West Africa, the Sahel region, called Ibrahim Treore, and challenged the status quo, and told them clearly that Burkina Faso does not need non-state actors. What they need is state actors. They are taking off the mantle. You can see the solidarity everywhere. Even though here in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because of the relationship with Macron, he doesn't want the solidarity to Ibrahim Treore to happen in Nigeria. And people are questioning, this man is no longer interested in you, and of course that has triggered the question of whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to return for the second time. That's the question everybody is asking at this point in time, because there is this damaged relationship between him and, of course, somebody who is trying to launder his image among powerful nations in the world. So currently now, Treore is riding a horse for African liberalization, decolonization of Africa, and nothing is going to stop him. We must remind ourselves as black people that at this point in time, we should understand that we don't need the whites to do everything for us. Why will Macron be sounding the way he's sounding, that Africa is not yet ripe for leadership, that Africa still needs people to guide them on what leadership is all about. And the only thing they can bring to Africa is to sponsor fellow black people to kill their fellow black brothers, all in the name of religion, all in the name of Islamization, all in the name of Islamization. This is absolutely wrong and unacceptable on the African soil, and that is why you are seeing men of integrity, brave-minded leaders like Ibrahim Treore standing straight to challenge the system that has diminished and destroyed and impoverished Africa. That is what it means. Alliances will come. I want Donald Trump at this point in time to understand very well that you want people to leave America, especially people who run for safety, people who run for greener pastures, people who want to survive in one day or the other. They should leave America. Then Allow the resources that is being given to America to Africans naturally to be used to develop Africa. Do not allow Emmanuel Macron and Tinubu to deceive you over the reality on ground. Africa is the poorest nation in the world. It's the poorest continent in the world. Africa has the highest poor people in the world. See, they have the largest, biggest assets that has kept the world, the Western world, moving for decades. See, Africa cannot breathe. The black man does not understand leadership. The black man cannot move from left to right. The black man have never tasted leadership because of, these people that call themselves colonial masters has been able to plant corruption, plant nepotism, plant tribalism, plant religious sentiment, plant division among Africans. And that is why we keep on collapsing from one place to another. And unfortunately, a time has come for the rising of the rising sun. What I mean the rising sun? I remember 70 years ago when Mazin Nnamdi Kanu started this agitation for Pan-Africanism. And today we are seeing so many countries queuing into it. Thank you. This is Talk TV Africa. Keep a date, keep a date. I will keep on bringing you revelations surrounding Nigeria and of course Africa and the black man at large.